But Omar, from like a CTO perspective, like what questions are on your mind?
I come from the perspective that generative AI in the realm of sort of companion to developer provides a set of tools akin to what something like grammar detection and spell check detection did all those many years ago.
Uh,
And gradually, those are going to become so ingrained in our day-to-day lives that we eventually stop kind of recognizing the fact that they were novel. They will just be the sort of calculator equivalent to the middle school math class, only to developers building projects that potentially have multiple millions of dollars in impact. Some of the questions that I've got are, what is exactly the right formula? Because the formulas will change. What are the right parameters to think of when unlocking this companion's value? A lot of devs sort of have this cultural artifact of this rubber ducky. You put it on your desk, and rubber ducky debugging is just talking to this rubber ducky, explaining your problems, and then in the process of explaining it, your rubber ducky will sort of solve it for you. At least it'll show you that you've, by virtue of explaining this to the rubber ducky, you've been able to find the problem yourself. But what if the rubber ducky could talk back? And I think that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing this advent of a embedded generative AI model that is sort of present where you're coding, present where you're designing user stories, present on the edge. And that edge deployment, similar to the rubber ducky at your desk, just allows you to solve problems a lot quicker. So figuring out the right parameters, one of them being location and availability, another being multimodal input, another being situational awareness. Figuring these out allows us to build solutions that are most effective in enabling our devs and our sort of SDLC lifecycle members to contribute to the software in a differentiated way.
Imagining that scenario where the rubber ducky starts to be personified naturally by workers. I mean, the rubber ducky now becomes so much more than a tool. It is in fact a teammate, and I think that's what we're seeing is what are the possibilities then when it does move beyond something that we saw in the past, like a simple calculator, to something that we're really collaborating with. And that's a good example because the rubber ducky is talking back, and we just have a natural tendency then to imbue expectations for what the rubber ducky can do for us, if we can imagine that. And I think that that's going to spark new creativity and new options, for workers across the board.